Hello there, and welcome to the June 2025 edition of Recruiterflow product updates. So, in the beginning of this year, we had told you that we are building an AI twin of yours, a twin that can do all your emails, take notes, find phone numbers, emails of your candidates and contacts, and at the same time alert you when your contacts or candidates change jobs and move to hiring manager positions. And there's so much more. So in the initial few months, we were building the foundations. We brought in IRA for you. We brought in Job Change Alert Agent, and now we have hit Escape Velocity. Now, in the second half of this year, you will see a lot more capabilities within Recruiter Flow, all designed to help you do more of recruiting, less of all the admin work, grow your revenue, and do this all by keeping the same team. So, with that said, let's get started. Let's talk about submissions. So you find a great candidate for a job and you speak with them, you understand why they are a great fit. You recommend this candidate to the client through a submission email. But you'll also have to list some core signals why a client should interview this candidate. Now, older process, you take notes, you refer these notes while writing so much time. Your core job here is to identify the best candidate for the client, not write emails or convince the client, right? So let us do that part. So we are bringing a new agent in Recruiterflow under the IRA agentic universe called the submission agent. Now, what does the submission agent do? Imagine you have found the perfect candidate and now you want to share this candidate or rather submit this candidate to the client. All you have to do is just call the agent. The agent will write a pitch perfect email highlighting why this particular candidate is a great fit for the job that you're hiring for. No wastage of time, no like hitting your head over what do I say, how do I convince this particular client for this candidate. Nothing of that. It's very simple, and let me show you how you can do that. So let's say I have Steve over here. I want to submit this particular candidate to my client. So the workflow is very similar. I go to submit to client, and in the next window, you will see that there is a submission agent button over here. And if I click on that, it will take a few seconds reading all the details about the candidate, about the job, looking at the key, and then it comes up with a very short but pitch perfect email purely highlighting why this candidate is a great fit. So yeah, as you can see, the email is ready. I have the client's name added over here, and this is the core part here, right? Like look at those signals. The data is so rich. The client can very easily identify why this particular candidate is a great fit, and like very eager to interview this candidate as well. So this is the submission agent for you. It has saved a lot of time for recruiters, and it's been more than 10 days now since we launched this, and we have seen recruiters saving up to 70% of their time in writing emails. Not just that, early signs have also shown that the time to interview has increased very drastically, and this means that you can close more interviews per month and therefore more revenue per month, right? So this is the submission agent. We are trying to build more of such agents. You will be seeing very soon how these agents will shape up and change the workflow that you're currently using in your recruiting. So yep, this is the submission agent. Let us know what you think. Have you ever been in a situation where you want to record a very specific information about a candidate related to a job? Let's say that is your travel information, like is the candidate willing to relocate for this job? Does the candidate have work permit to work in this country? Or keep it very simple, any assessment score that you have run. All these data are very concerning to a particular job, right? You don't want to really mess it up with the candidate fields. At the same time, you can't store it in job fields because it's candidate level data. So we are introducing a new way for you to store this data within Recruiterflow. These fields are what we call your job candidate fields. This is attached to a candidate profile, but it is linked with the job. For instance, over here, you can see that I have opened a Phyllis's profile over here, and there's account executive job, and you have these job candidate fields sitting over here. Now, I have added some job candidate fields from settings. I'll show you how. But let's say if you want to make any changes here, let's say I want to add some data. So I can quickly add them. So as you can see, I have the earlier start date. I can add a date over here, travel information. Let me quickly add some scores and then just click on update. Now, as soon as I do that, you will see all that data reflected here. And this is pertaining to just the account executive job. For instance, if I click here, you see that no custom fields are defined for this. Now, second thing, how do you create these custom fields? The workflow is very simple again. You have to go to settings and then you have your custom field settings sitting here, and right within that you have job candidate. Now whatever fields you want to create, you can just click on the add job candidate field, add in all your details, add the category and just hit save. Now additionally, you also have this field visible in the job Kanban card. For instance, let's say Monica Jalabing, right? Like I have some job candidate fields added here. Let me select this. Just give me a moment. I'm disabling two and adding two more job candidate fields and click on save. So there's no information added, but this is how you can even toggle it in your Kanban cards and ensure that the data is present whenever you want it. If you want to make quick decisions, you can do all that with this particular field and have it placed wherever you want it to. This is your job candidate custom field. And let me know what you think of it. Now, in a recruiting agency, it's not necessary that you close a job only when you have a successful hire, right? There might be situations where the hiring is on hold or some budget constraints, the scope is changed, or the client just ghosts you. So there are so many reasons, but what we wanted to give you is the visibility to the patterns happening within this. Are you closing jobs because there have been some inefficiency? Is there any leak in the bucket? You can only understand this when you have a way to measure why jobs are being closed. And that's what we are giving you right now in Recruiter. Now, let's say you want to close this job. Now, I just click on close job here. And now you can add all the reasons that you want to add. Now, these are all custom reasons that I've added in my account. And I can add multiple reasons. For instance, I've added two here and just click on close job. Now, this gives you a lot of visibility. I'll tell you how. Let's say you want to add a job close reason, or you want to monitor how your jobs are being closed. I have to quickly go to settings first, and then in the job settings, you will see a new field called job close reasons, and you can add your custom reasons here. Let's say scope changed is one reason. I click on add and job close reason added successfully. You will see it added over here. And whenever I'm closing a job with this particular reason, I'll see that count added over here. For instance, let's say of job closed with field candidate hired as the reason, I'll see the counts over here and I can even edit it or delete it. And at the same time, let's say you are hiring somebody and filling up a position and you have the option of closing a job there itself. Even in those scenarios, you can quickly record why you're closing a job. For instance, if I move Sarah to hired stage, I'll open up the placement record and you see the closed job field here. I can quickly select a reason saying that, hey, we have filled this particular role and hence we are closing the job. Now, this is optional. You can disable it from the settings, right, where I showed it to you, or you can enable it, but we recommend you enable it so that you have clarity on why your jobs are being closed. And at the same time, we will very soon come up with a job close sitting in your report section so that you can quickly identify all these patterns and fix your leaking bucket as soon as possible. So yeah, this was job close reason. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, as usual, we are always here to. Now, there are so many reasons why you would ideally want to hide a candidate from the client in the client. Let's say you're hiring for an executive role with a public company. You want to maintain that confidentiality with the client as well as the candidate. And let's say you also have a great candidate who has all the requirements fit in, but there is some key information missing due to which you yet don't want to share that profile with the client. Or in other scenarios, you just have a solid candidate, but you want to keep that candidate as a plan B. All these scenarios are valid, and you would want to have control over what candidates your clients can see in the pipeline through the client portal. And we are offering to you just that. Now, let's say you're sharing the pipeline over here, which is applied with your client in the client portal. Now you can just choose to hide a particular candidate. In this scenario, if let's say I want to hide Dwight, I can just click on this eye icon here, and within a second, the client won't be able to see Dwight's profile in the pipeline in the client portal. And the unhide process, again, it's very similar. You have to just click on this icon again, and as the message says, it's currently visible on the client portal now. Now, it's a very small tweak, but it will give you a lot of control over your pipeline and what candidates you want to share with your clients as well, for you to control this. And that's within the candidate profile. If I'm sharing this particular stage with the client, I have the option over here as well. I can quickly click on it or unclick it, and based on the click, the client will be able to see or not see the candidate in the client portal. So yeah, these were some major updates from us this month. We have some minor updates as well, especially around custom field categorization in the extension and more. I'll have all these attached in the blog, and attach that to the description of this video. You can have a look. And meantime, if you have any questions, any kind of doubts or whatever, you can just reach out to us, and we'll make sure that we'll answer them and get you rolling. So yeah, that's me signing off. See you next month.